welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be talking all things braces. I know, so I actually should have done this video when I got my braces, but I did not have a YouTube channel at the time, so of course I couldn't film that. I actually wanted to do a video on taking my braces out, but I can't currently take my braces out because of the nationwide lockdown, which absolutely sucks, but it's okay. So I thought in the meantime, let me do a video just to answer most of your guys' questions. I do get a lot of DMs on my Instagram about my braces. My number one asked question is, why did you get braces? Okay, so the reason why I got braces, guys, is because I had a gap like right here in between my teeth, and I was so self-conscious about it. In the beginning, I didn't know that I was self-conscious about it, but I realized that in most of my pictures, not even in most of my pictures, in all of my pictures, I never smiled with my teeth. And later on, I realized that that was actually an insecurity of mine. I didn't like my teeth so much because I had a gap. My teeth seemed straight, but it was just the gap that used to bug me, you know. I wanted to get braces and fix my teeth, but of course, guys, in an African household, my parents were like, you're gonna pay for your own stuff because we don't have money for braces. So I know when we got older, my little sister got braces, and she encouraged me. She was like, you know what, you're so self-conscious about your teeth, why don't you do something about it? Why don't you get braces? At the time, I didn't want to get braces. I wanted to get veneers because I was like, I do not have the time and energy to be getting braces. I don't want to look awkward. I'm already so old. And I was just like, no, I don't want to get braces. And then I had my first consultation after I started working, and I felt like I could afford to get braces. I had a consultation with a dentist close to home. It's Winchester Dentistry. So I went there and I saw the lady, and I told her I wanted to get veneers, and she was just showing me a lot of slides of all the work she's done and all the people that she's helped get veneers. And she was like to me, but you're still so young, why don't you get braces? And I was like, no, I'm not that young. I know I look young, but I'm not that young. I don't want to get braces, I want to get veneers. And she just explained the whole process to me of getting veneers, that they need to like laser off or cut off some of your teeth, and then they make fillers and they fill those in, you know. And she's like, they do last, but they'll last like maybe 10+ years, but you always have to come back and refill. And she was like, honestly, the best advice I can give you is to get braces. So I came back home and I told my sister, and she was like, but why didn't you get braces? And I was like, but I'm so old, I don't want to get braces. And she was like, you know what, forget about being old. There's people that get braces like at later stages in life. If you don't get braces now, and the later you delay, the more you delay the process, you're only going to delay yourself, and before you know it, you're going to be too old and you won't want to get braces. So she was like, okay, get braces. And I was like, okay, cool. So she referred me to her orthodontist who she had been to, and I will put the name of the orthodontist somewhere right here. And she went to Greenside Orthodontist. So anyway, I called Greenside Orthodontist. It was just like after a few months, I called Greenside Orthodontist and they asked me to come in. I went in, took pictures. They made me take an X-ray of my mouth and all of that stuff. And then after that, they sit me down, and the orthodontist was like, okay, cool. So you can get your braces installed, but you need a deposit. And I think the finances of it is what most people normally ask me, because I mean, it's great to decide that, okay, you know what, I'm ready to get braces, but it's another thing to have the money and the finances to pay for braces, because as we all know, guys, braces are not cheap. These are very, very expensive, and you need to keep up. So you need to make sure that you're financially ready. So anyway, we just went through everything, and he showed me, okay, do you want to get the clear braces, or do you want to get the metal braces, which are the metal brackets rather, which are the ones that I have now. So I was like, oh, I want the clear ones, you know, because that's how I'm thinking. I don't want anybody seeing that I've got braces, so I'm gonna get the clear ones until I've got a quotation. And yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna get the clear ones anymore. I'm gonna get the metal ones because I can't afford the clear ones. And you need to look at affordability, guys. Is it really worth it? So anyway, it was slightly cheaper, not even slightly, guys, maybe it was like 10,000 rand cheaper to get these metal brackets than to get like the clear brackets. So I was like, okay, it's fine, I'm gonna do the metal ones, right. So let's talk numbers. So anyway, he was like, so I had done an x-ray, guys, and there was consultation and all of that, and I had to pay 3,500 rand for that, just for the x-rays, just for the consultation. So when I got there, I had that money ready and I paid 3,500. And then after that, he told me, okay, you need a deposit, and you need a deposit of 15,000 rand. So there I was, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, I had been planning to get the braces, so I was like, I can afford to pay 15,000 rand because I had been working towards getting braces. So I was like, okay, cool. So he's like, the sooner you have the money, the better, of course, and the quicker we can put your braces in. So I was like, okay, cool. I took a week just to think about it because I remember it was like November. November, what year was that? November 2017. Yeah, November 2017, guys. I'm gonna put the date, I'm gonna think about it and put the date. I've already lost count. Yeah, so I was like, okay, cool. Went home, I thought about it, and I decided, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna get braces. And then I went back and I just transferred the money, and yeah, they installed the braces in November. Guys, getting braces is just like, it's a lot. So anyway, guys, when I went to get my braces, everyone was like, no, it's painful. And I mean, you hear all sorts of things, but you're thinking, okay, we'll see when I get there. You know, some people experience different things, and I feel like I've got very high tolerance to pain. And I was like, you know what, no, I'll be fine. So anyway, I got my braces installed, and the lady was like to me, the dentist, she's like, you're gonna feel some pain, so you need to take medication. You need to take like Panadols and painkillers. And I was like to her, no, I'm fine, like I'm not feeling any pain. And she's like, not yet, but you're gonna feel pain a little bit later. And I was just like, oh, what is she talking about? She doesn't make sense. Like, I feel perfectly fine, I have no pain whatsoever. And guys, of course you're gonna have pain because your teeth are like, so with me with the gap, all my teeth this side are like pulling to the front, so they're pushing together so that they can close the gap. So obviously there's gonna be pain, and there's that force, and your teeth are like moving. So I didn't feel it immediately, but yeah, I didn't feel it immediately. So the lady was just like, just take some Panados, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Anyway, I left, and then I called my sister and I was like, oh, I got my braces, and I was sending everybody pictures. And she was just like, take some painkillers. And I was like, no man, I'm fine, I don't need to take some painkillers. And she was like, nope, you need to take painkillers, or she's like, go and eat before the pain starts. I was like, these people, man, like, they don't get it. I've got high tolerance to pain and I'm not feeling any pain. But anyway, I took her advice. I remember I drove to Woolies and I bought myself food. And guys, I wanted to eat because I was so hungry, and I didn't eat the morning because I didn't want food stuck in my mouth when they were busy putting the braces in. So I went to Woolies, I got myself some food, and I remember chewing, and I'm just like, it's so weird, it's so awkward in my mouth. And guys, like, my mouth was feeling full, you know. So now I'm trying to eat and I can't eat because I'm like, it's like there's something that's not sitting well in my mouth, and it just felt very, very uncomfortable to eat. So I was like, you know what, let me just keep the food, and then I'll eat the food later. I get home and I'm just like, okay, now I'm starving because I haven't really eaten, and I'm trying to eat and I can't bite. Yep, I can't bite at all, and that was because my teeth were sore. And I couldn't bite. And I remember I was like having soups. Thank God I bought soup, so I just had like a soup, and that was also weird to eat the soup because it's like this metal feeling in your mouth, and you're just like, what the hell. And I remember for that day I started feeling like claustrophobic in my mouth because my mouth was full, and I just felt like taking the braces out. Guys, it was the most unpleasant day ever. And then I got a headache because obviously my teeth are pulling. I had a headache, I had pain, I couldn't chew. Guys, even brushing my teeth was sore, and that is just the most uncomfortable pain ever. Even when I was sleeping at night, I would feel the pain in my teeth. Guys, it's sore. I feel like no matter how many painkillers you get, you will still feel that pain, because I was like Gen Pain, Panados, I tried most painkillers and they would help a little bit, but you would still feel the pain. So the pain doesn't really go away. So guys, after like 3 days of getting the braces, and it was getting a little better, but I think the pain went away after like 7 days. I would say give it a good 7 days. The advantages of getting braces is that food gets stuck in your mouth. Guys, you can be the most hygienic person ever, but food gets stuck in your mouth, and your enemy is bread. Bread is like the worst thing you can eat when you have braces, because it just gets stuck up in there. Even rice, guys. Like, I know the one time I went out to dinner with my hubby now, when we're still dating, and I had like sushi, so I was like, oh, I'm craving sushi, and I ordered sushi, and I had like rice literally stuck in between my brackets. And then I'm like looking at him, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, babe, there's rice like stuck in your teeth. And I had to go to the toilet. So you need to always remember that whenever you eat. So I developed this new habit that I used to do, where when I eat, I don't open my mouth. Like, I'll eat, and then I won't open it too wide, and then I'll just go to the loo. And I always had a toothpick, guys. You always need to have a toothpick in your pocket, and I'll always have a toothpick in my pocket. And I'd go and clean my teeth and just rinse out my mouth. So it's so much admin. And also, guys, you want to make sure that like your brackets are clean and your braces are clean. You never want to get food stuck in your teeth. That is the most disgusting thing ever. Like, walk around with a mirror. I always make sure I walk around with a mirror. I walk around with a toothpick, just something, even a small brush. I have a small brush that I always keep, and I always like clean out my teeth, and I rinse my mouth out, just to make sure that like my braces are clean and my brackets don't have anything stuck in them. So you want to make sure of that. So the worst thing about braces is the food. It's the rice, it's the bread, but I think bread takes the cup as well. And also just learning how to eat. Like, you can't just bite into an apple. You need to cut the apple up, you know, into small pieces, and then you chew it, and you need to make sure you chew it well. And also having burgers. I love burgers, guys, but the minute you bite into that burger, all that food gets stuck like up there in your brackets. And guys, it's so unflattering. And these are the things that you need to get ready for before you get braces. And just make sure that you take extra care of your teeth. Like, a normal person without braces just brushes their teeth twice a day and hardly gets things stuck. You need to be a little extra with your teeth, because of course you've got braces and you don't want to disgust people. The other frequently asked question that I get is, am I too old to get braces? Firstly, you're never too old to get braces, and don't let anybody ever tell you that you're too old to get braces. There is no age limit as to when you can get braces. I'm glad in my very late age I still got braces. And guys, braces are not a big deal, and I think people think they're such a big deal. I think I also felt that they were such a big deal. I thought I was gonna look like a frog. But I guess throughout having them, you start to realize it's not a big deal. And one other thing I've realized about having braces is, every time I see somebody else with braces, I'm just like, hey, you know, it just feels nice to have somebody else that's got braces around you and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So guys, because it's a story time, I might miss some things in the beginning and then only mention them later, but this is why it's very important for you guys to watch the whole video. So anyway, I got a little sidetracked. Going back to the expenses of having braces, after I paid the 15,000 rand, he told me I'm gonna have my braces for, okay, I was hoping that I was gonna have the braces for less than a year, because I just felt like it's just a gap. Why do I need to have them for 3 years? Why do I need to have them for 2 years? But ashamedly, now I've had my braces for 2.5 years. So anyway, the orthodontist was like, nope, I'm gonna put it down as 18 months, because with braces there always comes that extra time. So let's just estimate it to 18 months, and then after that we can see. So I was like, okay, cool. So after I paid my deposit, he was like, you will be paying monthly installments of 1,500 rand for the duration of the 18 months. But what's so cool about it is, once your 18 months is done, guys, you stop paying. So even if you need consultation after, even if there's a change, even if you need to go back, it's going to be totally free, and you will not be paying your 1,500 rand. Well, for me it was 1,500 rand, and that was, yeah, that was 2 years. That was almost a year ago, because I finished paying for my braces early last year. Yeah, early last year. So yeah, it might have changed now. Maybe it's gone up a bit with inflation and price changes, but I don't think it's more than 2,000 rand. But I had to pay installments of 1,500 rand. So the other thing that I know most people like to ask about braces is, can you kiss with your braces? You can. I remember my husband, he was like to me, so okay, you got braces, can you kiss with those things? And I'm like, yeah, you can, most certainly. and at that time I wasn't sure because I could feel that I had braces. But like after time goes by, guys, you don't even feel that you have braces, you just feel like you've got teeth like any normal person. So I'm like, yeah, you can kiss with braces, babe. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. So I remember our first kiss was kind of orcs because we were like trying to figure the whole thing out. But he actually realized that you don't kiss with your teeth, guys, you kiss with your lips and your tongue. But yeah. So yeah, you can kiss, and guys, it's normal to date people with braces. I mean, there's nothing different about them. Okay guys, so the other question that I get is, have you seen a drastic improvement since getting braces? I have, I'm gonna have to admit. Obviously my gap is closed, and while I had the braces, guys, I realized that well, the orthodontist realized that my teeth were not aligned, so they were not straight, so they were kind of like on the side. So they fixed that, you know, and I can see like a huge improvement in my teeth. And I think now people are like, okay, your teeth are perfect, when are you taking your braces out? So I have seen like a drastic improvement in my teeth, and I'm so glad that I got braces. If there's one thing I'm grateful that I did, is get braces. And guys, for my white wedding, I'm gonna be slaying, hey, with a beautiful ass smile. So yeah. And for anybody that wants to get braces, guys, go right ahead and get braces, and don't waste too much time. It is such an investment, and if you can invest in yourself, if it makes you feel better about yourself, then why are you not doing it? You know, I will say that my confidence levels have increased. I smile through my pictures because I'm so confident. And guys, having a gap might not be a big deal to some people. It's a signature look for some people, and that's perfectly okay. I think to each their own, like I always. Okay guys, so I hope I have answered most of your questions. If you guys have any more questions regarding braces and just anything regarding this topic, please don't be shy. Comment down below and ask your questions. I always answer. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.